What you got hanging out of your face there, old man? Oh, there it went. Did you walk all the way down the hill with that in your mouth? Here comes your friend. Hi, Boone. Oh, right up close. There you go. This is what it's like to be me every day. About to feed these horses. Just checking on this guy, see how he's feeling. He's had an upset stomach. Boone, is your stomach okay? The fall is the worst time of the year for upset stomachs and colic. Oh, the weather changes fast and the horses don't want to drink because it's not hot. It goes from really hot to really cold really fast, like it's going to do tonight. Also, we just had daylight savings time, so we got to watch them. And these are my old guys. Boone here on the left, the black and white horse, is 22. Jack's on the right is 25. So we got to pay close attention. Make sure that they're okay. All right, being a little crowded. And then the other OG in this group is this guy, Boone. His daughter, Boop, is Fleur, coming in hot. And I mean that all the way around. She's coming in hot. Look at those ears. Those ears are directed at Jack, so he will get out of her way. She runs the show with this guy. But poor Jack's, his tummy's upset and he's had some bad stuff coming out of him. I'll show you what his butt looks like. Wow, could it be any better timing? Okay, this is fecal water syndrome. I know this is a little gross, but this is fecal water syndrome and I'll explain it to you. And that's, you know, I wasn't even gonna go there, but it couldn't have been any better timing. Okay, so Jax is 25. He has ulcers in his colon. He was rectally scoped a couple of years ago, so we know that for a fact. Fecal water syndrome is when a horse has, and I'll show you his manure. We're gonna get right into it, people. Let's do this. So his manure looks like this. So the manure actually looks pretty normal. But what happens is fecal water syndrome means that they will expel some water or liquid before, during, or after a normal bowel movement. And sometimes they just get irritated. Their digestive tract gets irritated, and this happens. With all the other things, with him being older and the change of weather and all that sort of thing. And then him having the ulcers in the colon, it's very likely he's got them in his stomach and his digestive tract. We just got to keep an eye on him so that he doesn't get dehydrated. And here comes Queen, and she's bossy to him. But we're just going to keep an eye on it. We've actually been keeping an eye on it for a couple of weeks today because we have tried all the things. We have tried probiotics they eat. He's Purina Equine Senior and only 200 more senior than the grain because they both have amplifying. He needs to have that extra crude fat and protein. We do soaked beet pulp, and he normally eats alfalfa hay. Here are the things that I have tried. I have tried adding more probiotics, doubling up on that. I have tried changing him from alfalfa to rye, right? And you're like, I'd rather have the alfalfa. Of course you would, because the rye is not as coarse. It's just not as, doesn't have as many calories. It doesn't have as much protein, and he really needs all that at this time of the year. But if his stomach is upset and his digestive tract is irritated, we're gonna give him the rye instead. We always feed rye out in the pasture, like right now. That's what Tess just did while she's dragging the pasture, and I'm about to go get their food ready. I wanted to check him and see what he was looking like. He's looking about the same as yesterday. So, I contacted the vet yesterday to see if she would send me some metronidazole, which is an antibiotic for a bacterial infection in the gut. But we did also back off of the soaked beet pulp, which he does get every single day, which we need the fiber, but it does, you know, extra fiber means more poop, and his poop actually looks a little more solid today than it has, but I wish all of that fluid would tone itself down. And it might just take us a couple more days, and it might take a few days of being on the metronidazole for this to go away, but I'm happy to report that he's drinking, he's staying hydrated, and that is my biggest concern for him, because things like this normally pass. You can let it pass on their own unless it's explosive diarrhea. That's not what this is. This is fecal water syndrome. I might even try and give him a little bit of kaopectate. Some people do that with horses. It just kind of coats the digestive tract, and I might get him some of that and have him try that for a few days. See how he feels, and that's it. That's the update. So this is what you get to deal with in the fall with an older horse. He does have a really nice winter coat. I know this horse does not look his age. He is very athletic still, still does lessons, runs around. He's the fastest horse I have. I just want to make sure he feels okay because he's an older guy. And this is what you're dealing with when you have older horses. This is just one of the things. And he's holding water in his mouth. Oh, he's pinning his ears at June. That's it. If you guys have any questions or comments about fecal water syndrome, dealing with older horses at the change of weather, change of season, you know I'll answer any question you might have about a horse, even if it's gross, and today is gross, because we're talking about poop and fecal water syndrome in horses. But that's it. I'll answer anything, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.